Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to FitBody Lifestyle and part 2 of our amazing episode here with our Masters Olympia champions. Of course, I'll introduce them in just a moment. I'm here with
Me.
Papa Bear, aka Gregory D, my partner in life here. I wrote him a note. He did say yes, he would be my boyfriend. So I guess we're all set on that front. And these two incredible ladies that, I mean, we're just over here having the best time and sharing so many things. So I'm super grateful. So our 2023 Masters Olympia champion, Jessica Wilson, and our 2025 reigning Masters Olympia champion, Kerryne Henich. They're both also Open Olympia athletes as well, and have had incredible journeys that I've gotten to watch over the many years. I think Papa Bear is going to take us back a little bit since we didn't get history on you guys yet. But first of all, thank you both for being here. And what are your check-in words? Kerryne, you want to start this time?
I felt peaceful. I felt peace.
I love that.
Open.
I love that. If you guys did not see the first episode, stop, rewind, go back, watch episode number 1 because it was really amazing.
Peter, what is your check-in word again?
And this is Peter.
Okay,
Vacation.
tired. Okay, he's satisfied. Oh, satisfied. Okay, satisfied.
Peaceful.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had lots of treats
He
before
had
we got
lots of
started.
rice cakes. Dry rice cakes.
Yes. Jessica said one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
Yeah. Good boy.
So we didn't in episode 1. I honestly just got so excited about jumping into the conversation that I forgot to do some of the a little background stuff on both of you. So, Kerryne, I know you've been on the show before, but why don't you just kind of give people a little bit of understanding of who you are, what you do, why you do it?
Sure. Like from the beginning?
Start as a zygote. Yeah.
When I was in my mom's tummy, I actually made my dad really mad when I was born because he was going on a fishing trip and I had to come back home.
What an inconvenience, man.
I think
what were you
it
thinking?
was from day one, just wasn't good.
Jamie's mom wouldn't give birth to her until her dad was in the room.
Really?
There's a whole story
Oh my
about that.
gosh.
That's for another time.
That's for another day.
So I started competing in 2008 figure. I did figure back then. It's crazy to even think that, but I competed in figure for a few years, switched to bikini in 2012, I believe. Turned pro in 2015, went to Olympia in 2018, Masters Olympia 23 and 25, and now I'm going back to Olympia this year. So is that what you wanted to hear? And I'm also a coach for FitBody Fusion.
And
I'm a mom.
Yes.
And I'm a wife. And I have some dogs that I love.
How many kids in the Henich clan?
5.
Wow.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, we're going to get to hear all about
Yeah.
how that went at the Masters Olympia recently with the whole family there.
So fun. Yeah. So fun. Most of it was...
Are you convincing yourself of that?
It was a lot. The show was fun.
Yeah. Okay. And Dr. Wilson?
Whoa. Hi. I'm just laughing. That's what I do. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Jessica Wilson, veterinarian. 2023 Masters Olympia champion. Started in the beginning. God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, no.
And Jessica.
And Peter Parker. So I started competing in 2013, March of 2013. Kind of a let me do something with myself because I'm starting life over kind of hobby. I quickly got addicted to the sport, did my next show in May of 2015, then did USA's that year, got my butt kicked. Then finally I hired Kim Odo to coach me. And then we went pro the following year, 2015. When did you go pro? Was it USA?
2015, junior nationals.
Junior Nats. I got last call out in Junior Nats. I almost gave up, but we didn't. We went pro 6
We were at
weeks
the same
later.
show?
We were there. We were at the same
What?
show. This is nuts.
Okay, that's interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow.
So went pro in 2015 and worked full time as a veterinary specialist in dentistry. That's what I used to do, and just did both for a really long time. Did both, but always in the middle of the pack, back of the pack, as far as the pro leagues go. And then finally, at the age of 39, I qualified for my first Olympia, I think 7 or 8 years after I went pro. Hit that stage as a 40-year-old, my first Olympia.
Wow.
Was invited to the 2023, and then been qualified for the Olympia consecutively, including this year as well. In 2022, was also invited to the Masters Olympia inaugural for bikini, and won that, which is crazy. Watch that last episode. And second place, a runner-up to the beautiful Kerryne here for this year's Masters Olympia 2025. And I'm a wife, and I'm a dog mom, and a cat mom, and I'm a good friend if we're friends, and I'm kind of cool to be around.
You are. I just got to pipe in because I'm listening to you, and this is how funny it is. So I was the same age when I started competing. My first national show was USA's Got My Butt Kicked. Hired Komodo.
That's so funny.
Went back and turned pro at the USA's 2 years later.
Gosh.
It's just so funny to listen. And then I qualified for the Olympia at 39. I was 40 when I did my first Olympia. I'm literally listening to you. I'm like,
living
this
the
is
same
so
life.
freaking weird.
That's so cool. The parallels. See the parallels.
Right.
That's
It really
so cool.
is. It's really fun.
I love it.
It's fun.
That's awesome.
So it's a few years before you guys, but but that's awesome. Like that y'all didn't even know that you turned pro the same year.
I had no idea, and I was 40 at my
Well,
first
you
Olympia
didn't
too.
just turn
my
pro.
gosh,
You guys
yeah.
were at the same shows.
Kerryne was 40 at her first Olympia as well.
Yeah.
So you're a trailblazer. Yeah, you are.
All three of us.
What year
All
was
three
your
of
first
us.
Olympia?
2018. Yeah.
I
All
was
three of us
dreaming.
were 40 at
Yeah.
our first Olympias.
That's
How
crazy.
cool is that?
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
I mean, I think that in itself is inspiring.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of times, I even wrote myself off. I never thought I would make it that far when I was like, that was kind of like the same thing. I had come to this place in my life where I was like, I need something, and I started competing, and I kind of was like, I'm not, I'm at a point in my life. And I think I'm sure you guys talk to a lot of women that say that or that think that. They think, oh, they're done. Oh, I can't compete. I'm already almost 40 or whatever. And it's like, no, go do it. Like,
Go now.
and
nothing
we
to
have so many
lose.
women's divisions that we didn't have before, which is cool too. Like, people can find their fit,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Definitely.
So.
Yep.
Definitely. And there's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Well, and have fun with it. Like, it just doesn't matter. Just go have fun. Get
It's
in
not
shape.
that serious, guys.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's not.
do it seriously. Take it seriously.
Yeah,
but it's,
but it's not
it's
that
like,
serious.
it's not that serious. Big picture. Go
Yeah.
watch episode 1.
Absolutely.
Well, our saying is always that bodybuilding is not life, but it can make your life better.
Yeah.
And if you allow it to, I mean, I think the people who struggle with that make it everything in their life. And those are the people that have difficulty recognizing the beauty of the sport, the progression, the continuous improvement. Those are the aspects of it that make it a lifelong sport or a lifelong endeavor. And as we talked about in the first episode, go watch the first episode, about tying your identity to championships or wins, that's where it can be unfulfilling. Or maybe where the fun kind of goes out of it and it becomes something different. So is there any, I'm thinking about, so we started off, thank you guys for going over a little background. I've known you guys for years, so I assume that everybody knows you, and you are world champions, so there is that. Let's talk, we left off with the aftermath of Romania, and both of you kind of talked about, is that word so funny?
It's just so dramatic, and it
Well,
was.
it is. I think
It's not
if you go
Romania's
back,
fault, but
no, it's not
Romania's
Romania.
great.
No,
We love you, Romania.
Well, the aftermath of the first Masters Olympia. We'll call it that. And I do think what you guys described, aftermath, is not really so dramatic.
No,
it's not
very
really far
accurate.
off the mark. So then let's go into. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to cover, by the way, on that, or can we move to the jumping off for this year's Olympia?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
You sure?
We're here.
Okay. Yeah,
We're
we are.
good.
We are. Okay. All
We're
right.
still
Go
alive.
watch episode 1.
So I don't remember the exact timeline on when it was announced that you guys would be grandfathered in.
Do you remember?
I feel like it was pretty immediate. for that.
I feel like
They
I
just
didn't.
hadn't talked. They hadn't decided or
The date
hadn't
or the
announced
location.
date or location, and whether it was going to be invitational again.
Right.
So that's what
Yeah.
took time. But I think we knew pretty
I think it was like the beginning
close.
of 2024.
Yeah, like kind of.
Yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Well, and I know that we had a location, I want to say at the end of 2024 as Tokyo.
Yeah.
That sound, but I know the date moved.
Yes, it did.
Which, from
Yep.
our perspective, was
Rough.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cost me a lot
And
of money
it was a
'cause
lot
that
for
move.
shows.
Yes, because you had already booked all your travel and
Yeah.
they changed the dates.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Where did you book your travel?
What's that?
Where did you book?
She had already
I
booked
already
her
booked
travel
it for the old dates.
for the first
Oh, for the
original
first one.
date.
Oh.
And moving
With
everything
the family
everybody.
and,
Oh.
and the
All of us,
Airbnb
yeah.
and the
With
flights, and
everyone.
then changing the
Yeah,
flights
it's
are
bad.
Oh
expensive.
no.
Because we are going to talk about that. Is that Kerryne didn't just make this a
Oh my gosh.
Masters Olympia, she made it a whole family vacation and wrapped all that around to it. So no distractions. I mean, just it was
fine.
just
No
all
big deal.
focused on the show.
I was
Yeah.
so worried. I was like, okay, we got this. Okay, we're doing. Okay, well, I won't go into the
And
details yet.
there
but
is a
nobody
part of
knew.
that
Nobody
without kind of bottom line. I'll just a bottom line up front. There is an aspect of that to me is so beautiful and so descriptive of the Masters division, of the prioritization that you had of not just competing, and it really ties in with what we started with about the beauty of the sport, is that you made it an event for the family, and
So they got to be part
so
of
they
your-
and did you say that's the first show that they've all been present?
My Paige has been to several shows, but Tori's 3 kids have never seen me on stage. They've never been
Ever.
to a show, never ever. Yeah.
They
So I
were
was there
all
first.
crying their eyes
They
out.
were bawling. It was so cute.
And are we going to show that? Well, we'll show that with this episode. I teased it in the first one, but we're going to show 2 video clips. One is the moment of the announcement of the champion, which was Kerryne, but Jessica's reaction and the gracefulness and just the camaraderie, just the sportsmanship. I don't know how many words I could come up with to describe that, but that was a beautiful moment. It really was. And then we're also going to show a clip of Kerryne's family reacting as the top 2 walk out, and then they announce the winner, and the family's reaction to that was just priceless. It was just priceless. I mean,
Yeah, it was cute.
the sad part is you don't get that.
I think my reaction was.
What your reaction was, yeah. I was so.
Should have
Anyway.
videoed me.
I honestly didn't know what had happened, if I'm being
No,
honest.
gee.
I had no idea because I'm like, I couldn't understand what they were saying. And so I didn't.
knew
maybe
immediately.
Why?
they
Just
said-
because he was
Well,
speaking
no, just-
Japanese?
I
No,
just-
kidding.
Oh, I knew immediately.
when they said my number, I was like, oh, that means I got second.
No.
And that's how I was thinking. So I'm like, what? I did not understand.
That's
at
the
all.
same moment. I felt that when in Romania.
Did you?
I outer body experience.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. And the way I have some photos from MK that have like your face just drop, and I'm like, yeah, my big old teeth are out, and I'm like, yeah. And you're like, huh? Is this real life? I'm like, yeah, girlfriend. Let's go. Okay, well, I'm giving
sorry.
I'm
That's
giving
fine.
too
It
much
was
away,
awesome.
but yeah,
It was
yeah,
awesome.
That was whew.
And I will say that was a big. It was very difficult to understand the
Announcer,
MC
yeah.
at Tokyo,
And the music was
I'm
very
sure the
intense.
people
Oh,
in
yes,
Japan
the music's
understood
loud.
everything. We as Gaijin did not understand
Yeah.
anything that was going on. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about this year leading up to the Masters Olympia, and just in terms of, I know you booked. We already kind of gave one thing away, which is you booked your travel and then had to change it. But talk about, and I know you did one warm-up show this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk about the year leading up to it, up to the time where we shoved off.
So I started prep. When was that? Well, I guess after my surgery. So November,
Yeah.
late October. Pretty down from where I was. So I felt like I was just.
She's like, I'm never going to build that muscle back.
I didn't
I'm never
know how, and I felt like it was almost like newbie gains. Like I took that whole time off, and then my body just responded so fast. Thank goodness. And but I was scared to even consider a prep just because I felt like I was just so far gone. But prep was really good. My food's been high. I have no complaints about that.
It's the highest we've ever had your food.
Ever in my life, if it's ever been. But yeah, so when Tokyo was announced, all the kids were like, well, we want to go. And so Tori and we thought for a while, and we're like, well, you know what? They're all getting older. Like, let's do a big family trip and let's all go to Tokyo. And so that's what we planned. And
We'll talk about your warm-up show too, though.
Oh yeah. So the
'Cause
warm-up show.
There's a lot of interesting things to that.
Yeah, so I did the Republic of Texas in July for my warm-up show, and my metabolism decided to show up that week, and we could not keep me full. Yeah.
I mean, how much did I feed you the day before? Was it 700 grams of carbs, something like that?
I think it was 800 grams of carbs, and I think my sodium was like 9,000.
Yeah,
it was just.
It was not
And
sticking.
her glutes were striated like crazy.
Yeah.
It just like, and there was a lot of food leading up to that.
Yes,
I mean, it was just all week. It was just more.
Put more fuel in. Put more fuel in.
Yeah,
let's rev,
I would
let's
just
rev.
eat and go to sleep because I was so full. I thought I'm going to throw up if I don't.
Yeah.
And then I'd wake up, eat again, go to sleep. It was so hard. People talk about being starved into a show, which, it sucks. But like, that was hard. Because mentally, it's like, am I going to lose my waistline? Am I going to wake up tomorrow and be 10 pounds heavier? Like, what's going to happen to me? So that was really hard for me, but I did it and, placed fourth, which was not what I don't even know. I don't have any expectations, but I had hoped to do a little better, especially before Olympia. So, and I know I was kind of the dark horse coming in after that because I'd been gone for 2 years and it's like placed fourth. So,
and our feedback was just, we were just too lean.
Yeah, I was too conditioned.
Yeah, the glutes were too lean. So, which is something you've never experienced before.
Never in my life.
And we've never had to push food like that before. It was just like a whole new body. Mm-hmm. Like literally, it was like learning a body that we've never had before. Yeah. So it was I felt bad every time I told you to eat more and I just saw the look on your face. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was really
hard. You just drink a bottle of coconut oil or something.
It was really hard. I'm not going to lie. I don't ever want to have to do that again.
But luckily, we did the warm-up show with enough time then that we could get caught up and everything. And then it was a lot easier. You still ate a lot during peak week, but it wasn't as extreme.
Yeah, it wasn't as extreme. Felt more manageable, especially after doing it. I was like, okay, I can do this. Yes, it was hard, but I can do it. It's not going to kill me. I'm not going to blow up like a blowfish like I thought I was. So I think just having that experience helped me go into Olympia, just being like more trusting, I guess, in the process and just whatever happened. So, but yeah, it was an interesting prep. Obviously, as Greg said, I booked our flights. We got them on Black Friday, so we got a really good deal. And then when they changed the date, we're like, oh my gosh. So we tried to change and we had to pay like $4,000. I think we spent $10,000 on flights.
Wow.
Just on flights.
Yeah, but you're flying six
of us, yeah. So, yeah. It was a little gut punch with that extra $4,000, but it was fun to take the family and it was a good time.
Well, do you want to jump into the week?
No, I want to talk into. I want to talk into Jessica, but before we do that, I'm going to come back to Republic of Texas with you, okay? Mm-hmm. But let's go to Jessica and talk about because you are actively competing in the open division, and so I don't know if that was your prep into Olympia this year or Masters Olympia, or if it was a secondary plan or secondary track or part of the same.
It was survival. Watch episode 1. So
good plug, by the way.
This year,
you need to have that belt.
So this year, I was fortunate enough to already be qualified for Open Olympia back in December of last year. Battle of the Bay, which had never ever happened. Like that was wild. So I was qualified, and then I had mentioned I had been going through some things emotionally. My dog had passed away, and that was incredible. 2 days before that show, and that was incredibly difficult to deal with, to go through and work through. And my engine kicked on, so my body, like I didn't want to eat because of, the emotional toll of it. So. But I also didn't want to train. I just didn't want to do a thing. I just grieved, and I didn't train for about 2 months, 3 months. Oh, before that, in that time in between somewhere, I also fell and hit my head. So I had a concussion. I forget. Brain damage.
Concussion will do that to
you. So I literally could not train. I could not train. So that was a minimum of like 8 weeks. So it's December. So all of December was nothing. January, nothing. February, okay, we can move again. And then, okay, I'm qualified, so I technically don't have to do another show. But I thought, I want to go to the East Coast. I want to see my mom. She lives in New York City. And New York Pro and Pittsburgh Pro back to back. So I was like, and I needed a goal. 'Cause sometimes we go-getters, we need a goal sometimes. So I was feeling better from the head trauma, and I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling better overall. I'm like, I want to jump in. Let me jump in, whether I'm ready or, well, we always want to be ready, but let me jump in. I just need that goal because I know, okay, August is going to come around and I need to be right at it, right at my best. So did the Pittsburgh Pro, did the New York Pro, did like not top 10 in either. But it's still ranked. What did they stop ranking at? 16. I was like 14.
Yeah, after
So it was
15.
Right. So I was 14 in one and I think maybe 12 in the other. I don't remember. But I thought, hey, this will be useful anyway because December, it's kind of a long time. Let me see how I stack up to the open girls here, right? Oh, okay. I see. I was behind. So this year I was just kind of behind. And that was the feedback where Kim, so I had to go hungry a little bit because we had to try and bring me in smaller, still fuller, because that's what they always want. It's like, it makes sense when you get it. So they want you fuller, but they don't mean body fat. They mean leaner, but more density of the muscle, but bigger. So it's like, and everybody is.
It's the push-pull.
It's the push-pull. So everybody's body's different. So I was just happy to be there. I was just happy. Like, I had a great old time. And I ranked where I ranked. There are no feelings in this. I don't take it personally. I'm friends with a lot of the judges. There are no feelings in this.
I think that's a good lesson in that, and I'm glad you share that because I see you, and we
see each other
all the time. We talk at those shows, but you're going in with the right mindset and enjoying the process, and then the grace that you have with it. I think is a good lesson because
it's nothing personal. Like sometimes, and I've been in my feelings before. I don't know if you have, but like where you get in your feelings of like, they didn't see me, or why did she, partly when you don't understand the criteria specifically for your body. But also it's like, you're not, Kim has this phrase he calls battle tested. It's like, you're not battle tested yet. Like you haven't been through enough of the losses, enough of the lessons rather. So there are no feelings in any of this.
You can call them losses. That's what it is.
Lessons, that's what they are, right? So there are no feelings in this.
I would call them learnings.
Learnings, right. The L's. So I did those shows, had a great time back at home in New York, and then was like, all right, pedal to the metal. Like, we got to get this going. And I was qualified. So I just kind of went in there, all right, just do your job every day, do your job every day, do your job every day. Got COVID again.
Oh my gosh.
These are just like, concussion. I didn't remember all of these things. Some other stuff happened too. So I was just like, well, let's just have fun. We're going to Tokyo. That's what we're doing. So that was leading into Masters Olympia. I was just happy to be alive and happy to be there. Okay. And my husband he went with me. Japan.
That was awesome to get to see him there. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you thought you were going to get away with this, but you're not. So I was fortunate enough to be with you at Republic of Texas. You and I had some talks.
We did.
I won't necessarily go into all of them. But I will say this, that you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I told you that. I mean, as much, I don't know that I use those specific words, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I think that, authenticity is something that I've always come to admire about you. And I wasn't getting Kerryne. I was getting a shadow or a shell of Kerryne, but it's like, I don't know whether your heart wasn't in it, whether the food was a factor. I don't know what it was, but there was no Kerryne. There was a shell of you on stage, but it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I counted myself out a long time ago. So I'm going to cry.
There's tissue right by your right hand, by the way, if you need it. Okay.
Don't let her mess with the table.
No, don't touch the table. I've learned I have a really hard time accepting good things that come my way. So even and I think it's just the way I grew up. Like I wasn't ever acknowledged for anything I did good. So it was, and I didn't really feel like I had to try to get acknowledgement from my parents. I actually didn't want it because that usually meant I was in trouble. And so I felt like even being the first kid to graduate from high school there was 3 of us out of 9 kids. It wasn't a big deal, but for me it was. I was going to be a graduate. And so I think just because I haven't been I don't know what the right word is, I guess, acknowledged or praised for anything I've done, it's really hard for me to accept anything. So even the qualification placing fourth and then qualifying for the 2025, I had a hard time accepting it or like acknowledging it because it's just whatever. It's not a big deal. You know, I don't need the attention. You know what I mean? Like, and my husband will brag to everybody. I'm like, stop. Like, you don't have to tell everybody. Like, because I get so quiet about stuff. Like, I don't tell people things. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that's what it is. And I just had counted myself out for so long this whole year. It's just like, there's no way I'm going to come back better than I did in 23 because of the year I've had. I couldn't picture it and I couldn't imagine it. I liked how I looked at the show. Of course, they told me I was too conditioned, but I really liked that look. I actually, when I see the pictures, I'm like, oh, I'm okay with that. Like, I think I look pretty good. But again, like, I think that's what it is. It's just hard for me. So, and I've learned this the last few months of like just thinking through things like, why am I like this? Why can I not accept that I'm going to Olympia? And I did this in 2018 too. Like when I qualified, I was like, Tori's like, why aren't you more excited? I said, I am, but I don't believe it. I feel like they're going to come back and be like, we recalculated the scores, you're not qualified, you know, or something. Like they're going to take it away from me. And so until I got there, I didn't believe it. And it was literally when I was going to step on stage, the tears started coming. I'm like, no, now's not the time. But it was like, I'm here. Wow. Like I did this, but I feel like I missed out on everything before because I couldn't accept it. So I'm trying to be more accepting, but I'm going to be more accepting.
There you go. Oh, I love that you just turned that around and reframed it.
Yeah.
And it's part of just being present in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't, you know, what we've learned is that you can't just, and this will resonate with you, Jessica, you can't bury that stuff.
Yeah.
You've got to acknowledge that, okay, at this moment right now, I'm hosting a sensation that I don't deserve this, or that I can't, I don't belong here, or something. Allow yourself to say, okay, that's how I feel, and now how do I process that? How do I get beyond that? How do I get my mind around it? Because as we talk, you had some reactions to what Kerryne just said. So, and then I want to come back to that mindset thing because I want to make some space for you because you had some reactions to what she was saying. You want to go?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Well, I was surprised, and then I was completely not surprised when she mentioned the thing about high school and not ever being rewarded. It was just, this is what you were going to do, and it's no big deal. And that's very much just really parallel with that, where like I'm the first doctor in the family. I'm the first I was maybe the first college grad, maybe not, but like the first one to like achieve these things, coming from like Spanish was my first language. Like I'm a first generation American, like a bunch of other factors. And it's like, it's no big deal. Oh, you're a doctor. Yeah, it's no big deal. Oh, you're a specialist. Yeah, no big deal. And it's all about, watch episode 1, that like,
Although we didn't go into first generation American.
No, we didn't.
We did not go into Spanish being your first language, all of which are because Jessica, until you told me those things, I would have never thought. Would have never thought.
Oh yeah.
Would have never thought.
There's more.
Okay, well.
Like there's more.
There's more.
No, it's like.
We're going to have to do episode 3.
Scratching the surface.
Like, because of and I don't know your background is outside of literally what you just shared, but it's like when I'll speak for myself. When you feel like you come from nothing.
You expect nothing.
You expect nothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to finish your sentence.
I like that though, because I was like, words. But that's, like, it's just like, no, you just do the next thing. Do the next thing. It's just what you expect.
Nothing's enough.
Nothing's enough. And it's that, there's a void. What are we going to fill it with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interested in changing your life or stepping on stage? Join FitBody Fusion today.
Experience the FitBody Fusion difference with tools, knowledge, and community support to reach your healthy and sustainable lifestyle.
We guide thousands on their fitness journeys, from seasoned athletes to those who are simply seeking a healthier life.
Our expert coaches provide personalized plans and unwavering support, empowering you to thrive.
FitBody Fusion is more than just training. It's a community. We understand the challenges of solo fitness journeys, which is why we foster a supportive environment where members encourage and motivate each other.
Join the FitBody Fusion community today and unlock your full potential.
Head to fitbodyfusion.com to sign up for a free consultation.
And do it today.
And I feel like I'm kind of different in the fact that I don't feel like I have to try and get the next thing because I don't know that I believe I can. Does that make sense? So like when I do get these things, it's always such a surprise to me. Like, oh, they took my application. I'm going. Okay, that's great. But like, I still don't believe. It's hard to like make myself be proud of myself, I guess. I really work on like, okay, I'm proud of this achievement, but it's also like an achievement that I don't feel like I can share with very many people because my family doesn't understand. They don't even know what I do. Like, they have no idea.
Do you feel that you don't deserve it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You and I have had that talk about
Yeah.
deserving things.
Yeah.
And I will tell you the same thing is that life has taught me that we don't get what we deserve.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, we
We
are.
absolutely don't get what we deserve, and we get what we earn. And you guys both earned your titles in your respective ways that you did that, and that's what you get. The deserving thing, I always hear this relative to, after every weekend, oh, she deserved to win or they deserve to win. It's like, excuse me, bull crap.
Everyone
That
deserves
I
it,
don't
yeah.
believe anybody deserves to win. You're all deserving of winning because you've all worked so hard to get on that stage. And that day when the judges give you the nod, that means that you earned it. And it's not that the other people didn't earn their way on stage. They did. That day it was you.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears and go into the week traveling to Tokyo and the controlled chaos that was Kerryne's prep into the Masters Olympia.
I know.
With Disney Tokyo, Disney Tokyo, which I did not know there was a Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, there's a one that's on
Disney
the
Sea, yeah.
Disney Sea. What else did we do? No, it wasn't sumo. That
I
was
didn't do
Sarah.
That was what you
I
keep
want-
asking her that because you
I
wanted
know,
all
I
that.
wanted to go to
I
sumo
wanted
so
to go,
bad.
but we didn't go. Did you sumo?
No, but no, the
I
tournament.
know Chris wanted to go.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
sold out when I
The-
tried to get
yeah.
tickets.
No, that was like a show. It's like no real sumo like tournament.
yeah, yeah.
The tournament time.
Yeah, September a couple times a year. Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a ton of like just walking, just
Before. the
yes,
show?
like this was all peak week.
No, I'm like, can you please? And remember,
playing
I'm
tourist.
trying to feed her all this
Oh my
food to fill her
gosh.
out, and now she's doing all this extra walking. I'm like, can you not like minimize steps? She's like, well, I'm going to Disney 2 days.
Oh,
I'm like,
boy.
what?
What were the steps again?
I think that I hit.
Yeah.
I was close to. I think I hit 22.
Yeah,
those
1,000.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
was
can you
supposed
keep
to
it under
be-
5? No.
No.
Sorry, if Tori will carry me around, I guess I could have.
Wow.
Piggyback.
But no, so we got there the Wednesday before peak week. So I was there, was that 10 days before the show? And so that 10 days we were trying to do some things like nothing too crazy with the kids, but then we had done Disney those 2 days, Monday and Wednesday of peak week. And it just, for me, it's like, yes, I know it's my peak week and this is a huge deal, but like my whole family's here, the kids are here, and we're here for 2 weeks, and I want them to see and experience Tokyo too and do fun things. So I felt like I had to just like sacrifice that part for the kids. You
Okay,
know?
but here's the question, Kerryne. How much of that wrapped up into the lack of belief that you could win the show itself?
Oh, I'm sure.
Or the lack of
Yeah.
expectation about even
Yeah.
placing? I mean, I think going into that show, correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't even expect to place.
I was praying before I went on stage, just let me get top 10 because we already bought tickets. And they were so expensive. So I'm like, just let me make top 10 so I can at least come back.
Well, I think there's some added pressure maybe on that because this
Yeah.
was the first time that the whole family had been there
Yeah.
to see you on stage. So you had counted yourself out at every instance. Now, the one thing I will say is that I did see more of you on stage.
Well, do you know why?
Why?
Because he said to me backstage, he said, just, I want you to have fun. I want to see you have fun. And I was like, Greg, I always have fun on stage. He's like, no, you show up, but I don't see you having fun. And so when I'm getting up there, I'm thinking, Greg needs to know I'm having fun. Like, I'm going to show him how much fun I'm having. And so I kind of took my head out of like the competition aspect. And I was like, Greg just has to see me have fun.
Yeah.
Like, so thank you. Because it
You're
honestly
welcome.
like took my mind off of the pressure of the show. And I just wanted to have fun, honestly, and make sure you knew I was having fun. So that's why I asked you after the show. I said, did it look like I was having
And
fun?
it did, and I saw more of you.
Yeah.
And that made that to me made you the winner in my mind, regardless of what the placings were. But
Yeah.
we talk about this relative to other athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan comes to mind with when she won Tahoe last year, when she let go of the placing and just embraced the moment and had fun. Man, it's amazing what opens up to you. Tarek will say I want to see you want it. I want to know that
Be a
you
shark.
want it. I
That's
want
what
to be
he
a
says.
shark,
Yeah.
right?
A shark.
And it's like, I think I like that, and I also like the fact that I want you to want. What I want you to want is not to win. What I want you to want is I want to show everybody this physique that I got. I want to show everybody the work I put in
hard work.
for my lifetime. And as masters athletes in particular, it's like I want to show people what you can do in your 40s. I want to show people this is possible. That was an open caliber call out in first call outs at the Masters Olympia. And I would say, as Jamie said in the first episode, that the depth of field of that, everybody looked good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well done, ladies. Well done.
We did it.
And next time,
And it's real.
can we just
I know,
scale
right?
back the activities or maybe go to Disney some other time?
Next
or
time
something
there will
like
be
that?
no kids
Yeah.
coming with
Yeah,
us.
I was not forewarned of any of this ahead of time. So as she's
I'm so
checking in
sorry.
with me every day, and I'm like, okay. And then I don't want to
Oh my
stress her out
gosh.
because it's already stressful to have a lot of kids and be in a different country and time zone changes and all the things that are going on. And she's telling me this and I'm stressing, but I'm like, okay, that's all right. We got it. Let's just keep checking it. I'm thinking, oh God.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Masters Olympia 2027 is in Florida? And then there's going to be Disney. There's going to be, there's going to be alligator
Like-
farms. There's going to be,
gonna do it
we're going to go to the
after.
Bimini Islands. We're going to do all this stuff.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, it would have been great to do those things after the show, but I wanted to get there early enough to acclimate.
That's so
and
beautiful.
The kids started school the day we got home, and so it's like we kind of had to just cram everything together. But yeah, there was a lot of stress with like finding food that everyone could eat.
I was about to say the one extra
Oh
thing
my
that your
gosh.
daughter's a vegetarian. And so
Yeah, and she nothing.
Well, she's not just a vegetarian. She's a
a-
vegetarian with attitude. And apparently,
Well, she's 21, so what do you
the whole
expect?
country of Japan was
They were out to get her.
was out to get.
Yeah, they wanted
Rachel,
her to start.
because they did not. I hope she's watching this because but it was so because she was so cute and so supportive, and we got some pictures afterwards of her kissing you, and it was just it was a wonderful moment. It was a wonderful moment.
Yeah, she's great. It's the food thing was hard, and that was like the one thing that I told Tori finally. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna find ideas. I'm not gonna think about it. Whatever they want to eat, they can starve. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm done.
there was a lot of cheese pizza involved.
They ate pizza and pasta. Like we're in Japan and we're eating Italian and
That's
pizza.
okay.
Like
But I think that's beautiful because that helped you let go.
yeah,
Even though it was stressful, like she was, like they're getting what they need. I'm now gonna get what I need.
Yeah.
Like you figured out.
yeah.
Well, she also got what she needed by having them there.
Yeah.
Maybe not the
Yeah.
distraction of trying to of
Yes.
wanting to please everybody,
But
and that's the
enjoying
mother
it.
in you.
Yeah.
And again, that's the beauty of what the Masters category is
Yeah.
that you were taking care of, you were prioritizing your family. In fact, you were probably prioritizing them over the competition in
Yeah.
some ways. And then when you switched it on, you switched it on. So,
Yeah.
well done, well done.
Way to master it.
Mastered the.
See what I did there?
All right, Dr. Wilson. So, talk about your week. And we flew in together.
Yes.
On that, was it Wednesday, and arrived Thursday?
Arrived Thursday. Yeah. Wednesday arrived Thursday.
Did you sleep on the plane at all?
Like a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, not too much. It was worse on the way back actually, but got there Thursday. The show was on Sunday, and it was one of those like, yeah, I feel like I could have come a few days earlier, but it's fine. Like everything's just going to work out exactly the way it's going to work out. And so we got there, got to the hotel, everything got to like Uber works, like everything is pretty much the same. Got to our hotel. We stayed at a more American-like
We stayed at
hotel.
Marriott.
Yeah, Marriott.
Yeah,
We stayed
yeah.
in the same hotel. So it was all easy flow. Figured out how to get the air conditioning on.
Oh,
Got to
yes.
stick that card in that little key slot. Just stick a card in there.
Although the air conditioning was not like what we're used to
felt like
in
a
the
swamp
States.
cooler a little
it
bit,
was,
but yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was cool. It,
It was
wasn't
cool.
cold.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But figured all that out. And then it was one of those, because Kim was on our flight as well. So it was like, I know he's going to want me to check in, but I just need, not now. And he stayed at the same hotel as well. So I just like,
Yeah, he kept popping in
He
our
kept-
room for our check-ins.
Oh
We were like, we're going to just
gosh.
send them to your room. Because I think we were like two
right
doors
next
down
door.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
So,
them.
so it just was take a moment and like, wow, we're here, spending that time with my husband and I had been to Japan in 2019. We did I did the muscle contest Japan then, and that was a dream of his to always go to Japan. So I'm like, all right, don't worry, we're gonna get there again. Like, don't worry, babe. Like, we're gonna get there. I'm like, I'll compete, and this all worked out. So I'm just thankful to be there, and I'm like, all right. just lay down for a little bit, just rest, figure out food. Because that's the thing about traveling to foreign countries. You've got to figure out your food. You can't bring food with you. So 7-Eleven for the win, right across the street. Got my hard-boiled eggs, got chicken breast.
They had everything, right?
Everything. Water. So did the basic, like, let's load up on things. The gym was under construction until like Saturday. So I did not have a gym. So I walked. We walked. We ended up just exploring the subway. We ended up, like, you get lost in there. It's insane. So walked a bunch. I burned, a lot of calories. So I was like, all right, this will be fine. And then we did our check-ins the following day.
And by the way, on the gym thing, so there was a Gold's Gym that I think was close, but to go in that Gold's Gym, you had to put on their shoes. If you had tattoos, they had to be covered.
Appointment. You needed an appointment.
And I think you had to have an appointment, right? There was a Powerhouse Gym that was, but a distance away, and some other gym, I can't remember, a Max Fit or something gym.
I think so.
It was like 30 minutes away. Did you have gym available?
So we were in a different city, but we went to Gold's, and the first day we went in and they're like, do you have a different pair of shoes? And I'm like, no, why would I have more shoes? So they said, well, we have shoes you can rent. And I was like, I'm not renting shoes.
Like bowling.
Yeah, I'm like, no. So they let us go in that day, but then every other time we went, we had to bring a different pair of shoes to change into. And then they gave me tape. I had to tape up all my tattoos. And so it was interesting. I'm happy to do it. Like, it's obviously you're going to embrace it.
So you just can't wear the shoes you're wearing when you walk in. They have to be a separate pair.
They have to be not outside shoes.
Got it.
Even though they probably were worn outside the day before.
Right.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know. But
Interesting traditions.
So food, you figure out. So we figured out food, and then getting like the cultural norms, right? Because we're visitors, so figuring out the cultural vibe, I guess, is important. We stayed downtown, like the pin mark, like we're on the pin mark of like the Google Maps or the maps, right? So just exploring the local area, knowing like, okay, I can't be moving too much because I could feel like I started feeling tired. Like,
were you working out in your room, or what were you doing?
I did some band work, and then did I? No, we were done. We shut it down because we wanted to reduce inflammation. Which we don't always do. So that's another thing. It's like the peak week will change. Yeah. Like Kerryne had the experience where like she had to be fed like a humongous amount of calories. Every experience is different, and that no matter what the coaching style is, that's the common theme. But going to another country, it's like, okay, extra set of parameters to have to look at. So finding food, we just relaxed, did our athlete check-ins. It was raining because you walked, right, with Ariza?
When we walked to the arena, you mean?
No, to check-ins.
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 When I walked to the arena, it was not raining, but it looked like it had just rained.
Yeah.
So luckily, that's when you guys took the cab. And our athlete that was doing the Tokyo Pro showed up kind of, hey, spontaneously. It's like, okay, we can't all fit in the cab, so I'll walk with you. Yeah, that was interesting.
So
and very humid.
Very humid. Very humid. Got to the venue. It was a madhouse. Like, it was organized from the perspective of where we knew where we had to go each station, but it was like everyone showed up all at the same time.
Yep.
Everyone, men and women, and they had separate times for each. So,
and your athlete check-in was followed by the meet and greet in the same room,
correct?
Which they converted while you guys were in it.
Yes.
To the meet and greet.
It was very efficient.
And I think that most of the people that showed up for the meet and greet, other than your family, were local athletes. I mean, I think it was a lot of local people showed up to support local athletes. So it was, and they placed like the bodybuilders in the front, like entrance. Bikini was like all the way in the back. So we didn't get a lot of we didn't get a lot of flow to our area. Some athletes left early, and I mean, we stayed till kind of the very end. But it's just so funny how we were seated right next to each other. That's cool.
It was great.
That's really cool.
It was awesome.
It was great.
So we didn't get to choose our seats. They had them already laid out.
They did
us.
Everything. So that was that. And then Saturday was like do nothing day.
Yeah,
it was great. It was glorious. Like nothing at all. And then it was show day before we knew
I wish it was that way for us.
Yeah, I know. I feel so bad for you guys.
No,
that was a crazy day for us,
and the crazy day for us is there were 4 shows
Yeah.
going on in addition to,
There's
5 if you
Tahoe.
want to count the Tokyo Pro
Oh,
coming
yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday.
So there was Texas, there was Florida, and there was Tahoe. And it was Friday and Saturday shows back in the States, and so managing the time
And the time difference.
we don't need to
Yes.
talk about that because
Yes.
we are actually out of time today, and this conversation could go. I mean, we could do 5, 6, 7
we have a little
episodes.
more to cover, but yeah.
And we're out of time, but we're not out of time.
Got it.
So let's talk about,
Prejudging?
yeah, that's go.
No, I
You
know.
go.
I was good.
No, go.
Go.
Go. You go.
You go.
You go.
No, I was just going to go to prejudging. Like, what was the morning like? Show morning, prejudging, all those kinds of things.
Funny enough, we had makeup at the same time.
Yeah, we did. We were getting makeup together. Yeah.
You guys are like Gemini.
together
right?
the whole
Gemini
time,
twins,
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything we were.
So we were done pretty early.
yeah.
It was
It was
easy
great.
morning.
Nice and relaxed
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I thought the
Crazy.
backstage area was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like, you guys had plenty of room.
And the
Yeah.
backstage area looked like a scene out of Dexter
It did.
because everything was
Every
tarped
single thing.
and wrapped, and so I
Everything.
expected Dexter to show up at any moment, which he didn't, thankfully. Well, actually, it would have been okay because none of us were serial
Right.
killers.
That's true.
So
Everything ran pretty well.
Yeah.
And
It
did.
everything
Everything
pretty
ran
much on
well.
time.
Yeah,
you know?
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Very
So-
efficient on time. I felt pretty relaxed.
I actually did
in the
too.
morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt pretty relaxed. It was the one thing was okay. It's hot, right? And once you have a large group of people in a room, even if it's air conditioned, it's still hot. So
hotter.
I feel like a lot of us didn't move around very much.
Yeah.
You guys kind of had your spot. I just sat in my spot and.
Well, I do have a
waited.
question about that. So
Yeah.
the backstage area was on the 5th floor. The stage
Okay.
was on the 7th floor.
Yeah.
And so they would take you guys from the holding area, which was the back. Technically, I guess that's not really backstage. It was the well, we'll call that the backstage area
Yeah.
where we could be as coaches.
Yeah.
Kim was
Yes.
there.
It was backstage, yeah,
And then
backstage.
they took you to an elevator, took you upstairs to the 7th floor. Was the 7th floor as hot as the backstage
think so.
area?
Big fan.
Yeah, it was a little cooler.
Was
and
it?
it was just a hallway.
Yeah, we were
literally
staying- yeah.
a narrow hallway.
Wow.
that was it.
And
Nothing
they all
else.
just lined
And
up
then you
right
were-
in there.
Yep, then you were
and
on
then we were
stage.
on stage. That's it.
Yeah.
So at prejudging, I know you had no idea
I had no idea.
what had happened.
No clue.
I love that.
So like,
I did it. I try not to get distracted with
Yeah,
where
what's
I was
happening.
and what's
Yeah.
happening. I just knew, cool, I got moved in. Sweet. But I don't ever recollect how many. Was it an even number? Was it an odd number?
well, it's very hard though because
And
you're looking at the judges and
Right,
you're not
yeah.
really.
And then I also didn't realize like who exactly was next to me.
Yeah,
I just
no
didn't.
idea.
Wait, didn't they both come out just together, the two of them, in prejudging, or was that in finals?
No, that was
That was
finals.
finals.
Finals,
Yeah,
yeah.
all right.
Prejudging,
Yeah.
they
They made us
had
walk.
the whole
Yeah.
group out. They did a good amount of movements,
Yeah.
and then the two of you ended up splitting center. But I remember talking to Kerryne when she walked off, and I was like, "Yay!" She's like, "What?"
Where was I? I have no idea. But I feel like, I don't know if you do this, but on stage I just am zoned in
Me
on
too.
the judges.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I know they moved me once, but then I didn't move again. I had no idea where I was.
Yeah.
It's like I lost all concept of
Kind
space.
of similar. I just knew, cool, I got moved in. That must be good. But I just,
Yeah.
concept. I
Of
wasn't
where.
aware.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, cool, first call out. Yes. Like,
Yep.
I get to come back. Like,
So funny story. You guys finished prejudging. I'm running back because I'm so excited, and
Oh God.
Corinne's husband sees me with the kids, and they're all like out of their
They're
minds,
freaking
like,
out.
"Oh my God!" Their kids are crying, and he picks me up and swings, and he's
Oh.
very tall.
He's a big
Like,
guy.
what is he like?
6'5".
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I'm like flying through the air because he was just so excited. And afterwards, he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, I picked Jamie." And
So you got to tell her, I'm sorry. I picked her up and flung her around. I'm like, you did what? He's like, I don't know what got into me. I just didn't know what to do.
the joy.
It was, it was so cute. It was
It was.
really, truly cute because
Yeah.
it was so genuine that they were just all
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah.
And it was very cool. That was a cool moment for me. And then, of course, I'm running back and Corinne's just like, huh, what?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, God. That was awesome.
Love that.
All right, so we're
so
at
funny.
finals now. Do the call outs, do the first call out, then they bring the two of you back. And they did the call outs in reverse order. So at finals, unlike prejudging, they start from the last call out to and
Yeah.
then move their way up to the first
And it was
call out.
only 10 of us.
Right.
So,
And so the first
Right, top 10 only
So
came
they
out.
brought out I think 6 and then
Four.
four,
Yeah.
and then let 2
And then-
go, and then
and
the
then
two
it
of
was
you.
us, yeah.
Yes.
So it was kind of like that 3 progression.
Yeah.
So
And they worked you.
Oh, yeah.
They
Like,
did.
Yeah.
they worked you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they made us walk. Did they just make the two of us walk to the back?
They did make all
See,
four
this
of
is
you.
how
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nebulous
Yeah, I
it
don't
all is in my
remember either.
brain. I'm like,
They worked the
did
four,
it.
and then they let them go, and then they worked the two of you even more. Like you guys were up there
Final
for a
two.
while.
And we were looking at the
Awesome.
judges all this time, by the way.
yeah.
And there was a
oh,
lot.
I could see you because you had that neon vest on.
I did.
So I'm like,
my media vest. That was so embarrassing.
no, it was great.
Yes. So I got a media pass, and by the way, thank you to the Aichi-san. Thank you so much for the media pass and for treating us so well. By the way, at the show, we need to make sure we tag Tokyo
for sure.
for this. So Reese, that's on you. But they gave me this. I got the media pass, and so I had to wear this yellow kind of like crossing guard thing. So as I'm walking through the, which by the way added extra heat to my body.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm sweating like a. And as I'm walking through, I'm saying, "Hey, anybody need me to help them across the road? I got my stop sign." So anyway, so we're watching the finals, we're watching the judges, we're watching the two of you. In that moment where the two of you were the only ones on stage posing, I mean, what if anything were you thinking about?
Oh,
Here we go.
yeah. I mean,
That was it.
I honestly was like, cool. Yes, second
I
place.
realized it was her. I was like, I just was like, cool, it's her. We're wearing the same suit, just different stones. Like,
We were in the
don't
same
jiggle
color.
where you're not supposed to. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You're making us walk to the back. Like, that's.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking.
Yeah, you do kind of just zone out to like whatever they're telling you to do. You just have to
just follow directions.
Focus on that moment.
Yeah.
yeah, focus on the
Know your
moment.
number.
Yeah, know your number.
Jamie has a story about that.
I do.
So, all right. So they work you guys.
Mm-hmm.
They then have you go back to the diagonals. They call out. Was it sixth place first? They call out sixth
No, I
or
think
fifth?
Fit.
I thought
Fifth.
they only did top five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
So they call out five. They call out four. Call out three. Not, you guys are not in that group, okay?
And then they have the two of you
And they
just
have
come
the
out
two
to the
of you
middle.
come out.
Some
Yeah.
great photos.
We
of
have an
that.
MC who
Oh.
is not speaking English.
No.
Dramatic.
There is the numbers he is saying in English.
Yes. But I
But
didn't know what
that's-
that meant. Yeah.
And even the pronunciation of your names was very difficult to
different, yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
If you could understand it at
Yeah.
all. So the formula that they use for this, and we've seen this before at Olympia, is where they bring the top two out, and then they say the next name, although they did this in Japanese, so I'm assuming this is what was said. The next name I read is the 2025
Bingo.
Miss Masters Bikini Olympia.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't catch
And
that.
That's exactly
and
it.
I'm pretty sure that's what he
Yeah,
said.
that's what he said.
Then he read the name.
Yeah.
And
He said the number first.
He said the number.
That's why I knew, because I was 173 and you were 150 something.
152.
So that's when I was like, oh, she got it. Yes. So I knew.
Yeah, and I thought they were calling out
Second.
second place. And so I'm like hugging her,
I
and
do-
she's
I
all,
do
you
think
got it.
you're-
It's like,
Yeah, I
I'm
got
like,
second.
what?
That's what he said, right?
I do think,
Yeah.
and it's funny because the way that Jessica reacted was more like I could see for your standpoint, like she won. When in fact, what she was reacting to was the fact that you won.
I know.
which was very
So
beautiful.
sweet.
Was
So
a beautiful
cue the
moment.
video. So if you're not
Yeah.
watching on YouTube or Spotify video, this is when you want to make sure you're watching, because we'll cue the video here of Jessica's
Yeah,
reaction.
Unbelievable! 152, Kerryne! Second place, entry number 173, Jessica Wisdom.
I think Kerryne was just looked.
I was like
stunned.
holding her. I'm like, and we're talking to each other. I'm like, she's like, you did. I'm like, what?
We were even
What
holding
the- what are you
hands
talking
before.
about?
Like
Yeah.
when we were in the line, it was just the two of us. We just like started holding
Yeah.
hands and we were like, huh? Okay, let's go. It's our turn.
But
And
Jessica
then,
put the crown
Yeah.
move.
Move the crown over.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it
that
so
that was a
beautiful.
beautiful
It gives me
moment.
goosebumps. It was, yeah, just so
Heartfelt.
special. Yeah, to have that moment with Jessica too. Like, it's so genuine, and I've never experienced that. Not that there aren't other athletes that are like that, but I've never experienced that personally. To where like I just felt so connected already, and then to have that moment that we got to share together was like, it was so special. And that to me, like, that was the win, honestly. Yeah, it was
That's-
awesome.
My husband asked me, he's like, what were your favorite parts about the trip? And that was that was my number one. Hearing her children
Cue the video.
screaming in the audience because I could hear them.
Unbelievable! 152!
I could hear them. They, like just, and seeing that look of disbelief in her face and I'm like, no, it's your turn. Like, you got it. Like, and she's like, is this real? I'm like, yeah, it's real, girlfriend. You got it. And I'm like ushering her to her first place spot. Like that was a gift. And I thank the Lord beautiful. Because it was like, it healed a lot. So it healed a lot for me, believe it or not. I don't know if we're going down this, okay, I know we're over time, but it healed a lot of things that happened as early as the age of 4.
Wow.
For me. And it showed me like God gives us gifts, and he gives us gifts to steward, to manage. And we're not those things, but we are responsible for them. And that was something that I had a lot of pressure on myself about over the past couple of years of, am I handling this gift properly? Am I handling this gift properly? Am I doing all the right things? Am I? Because I'm going through all this stuff. Watch episode 1. And I need to walk in masterfully and hold this title with dignity, because nothing's guaranteed. It was a gift given to me, and God allowed me to give that gift to Kerryne. And her family needed a win. She needed a win. That was the first thing my husband said. He's like, they needed a win. This is amazing. And I mean it. I mean it.
I know you do. I know you do.
That was the most joyful moment in my entire career. Winning was great, but passing it along, I don't know what could top this. I don't know. Because it's a title, and now you're the representative, and you're the mom. Because that was missing for me. I'm not a human mom, or a mom of
You're
humans.
a dog mom.
I'm a dog. And I'm like, how could I didn't feel like I represented the masters, because a lot of them aren't moms, right? And they open too, right? Yeah. But now she feels that.
That's beautiful. That's truly, truly beautiful. And it was such an inspirational moment, and one I will never, ever forget. And I'm so happy we have that amazing video, like to be able to relive that, and both your family's reactions, your beautiful, passing that on, and your receiving that moment. We're going to...
Here it is. Listen. That's when I was like, oh, she got it. And those are your kids.
That's my kids screaming.
Okay, sorry. I was watching this video as you guys were talking, and I'm just like, I'm so caught up in the moment of the moment. And
just
the way, just to watch you two, I don't know what more there is to say. When you ask about, or when you say that you wanted to be the effective steward for it, the way that you reacted, and I was just watching the thing of you making the motion of putting the crown on, because Jamie had described it, it's just, it was just one of those moments in sport that you don't get very often, and it's a rare gift to see. And Kerryne, I know you, and I know in that moment you're still not believing you're winning. You're thinking that Jessica's winning, and you're being there to support her. That is, because I think you actually started to walk off, and then
you get backed away. I was like, no, go.
It was so funny, so funny.
Well, and then I gave probably the worst speech of all time that I don't remember, because
it was a good speech.
It was the best speech because
honestly,
you mentioned us.
The thing is like, I can get in a bikini all day long on stage. You stick a microphone in my mouth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that terrifies me. Actually speaking, public speaking is terrifying. So,
well, what did
you did really well. You really did.
It was a great speech.
What did we learn at Rapport? That people's number 2 fear is burning to death alive. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
People's number 1 fear is public speaking. Mm-hmm. So if you take that literally, people would rather burn to death than to publicly speak. And
so you're not alone.
You spoke from the heart, and it was. I know there was probably, if you would have thought about it, there's probably a lot more that you would have wanted to say. But in that moment, you thanked your family, and to me, that was the only thing that really mattered. And you said they're here with me, and that was really what mattered. You covered. So many people can cover so many different things, but there's one thing that really matters, and that was what mattered, and you covered that. So the rest, it's all good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm like,
it's amazing.
I'm very emotional. Check my estrogen levels. Maybe it's because I'm in the room with
you
all
both
three.
are such an incredible representation of the sport, of our Masters athletes. It's just truly an honor to sit here with both of you, and I love and admire you both, and getting to be part of that. It was like, that was such a hard weekend, you know, very little sleep. I mean, I was telling Greg at some points, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. And I mean, I went home with my heart so full and just going like, I would do it 10 times over. It was so worth it. It was, you know, worth flying all the way across the world and, you know, being present for it. And,
we were up at 1 and 2 in the morning on Friday, on Saturday and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just watching these other shows and just, you know, making sure everybody was taken care of. But at the end of the day, I mean, and had the result been different, it would have been different, and that's fine. It still would have been so fulfilling just to watch that moment between the two of you.
Yeah.
And to see how you guys have just built this friendship and this connection. I mean, that's worth more than the title. So as we talked in episode 1 about identity, I mean, the identity is not the crown, the identity is this. That's the identity. That you can form these kinds of connections and really get that kind of level of fulfillment. So
and inspire others
Yep.
to realize like
To go beyond.
It is more than a placing. It's more than a win.
Yes.
It's you know, it's the journey. It's the internal journey. It's the connections you make along the way, the people that you care for, and you know, it's beautiful.
It was probably the highlight of my entire career. That just not winning, but just
up till now.
up till now.
Because you don't know what's coming.
I don't know.
You don't know what's coming.
Up till now, just the camaraderie between us and like having someone so genuine on stage with me, because it was special. Can't recreate that. It was awesome.
To key into something you said, Jessica, earlier, is that neither of you were alone on that stage.
Yeah.
And I think that connection between the two of you made you feel very connected.
Yeah.
And so it was not just an individual experience, it was a shared experience. And I'm not wanting to put words in your mouth. So if I'm off base, or slap me, or she will. There you go.
Get him.
All right. So
I was going for it.
I think we got to end this episode, or we'll never end this episode, which maybe would be a good thing. So let's do a checkout word from both of you.
Proud. That's fine.
Humbled.
Beautiful.
And Peter?
He's
Relaxed. Peter's relaxed.
Peter says
That's
that
how my dogs sleep,
he's
too.
super enthusiastic.
So
And that's what he's showing right now.
enthusiastic.
I love how his head's just hanging off.
He is never this relaxed.
My dogs sleep like that with their heads off or like upside down.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, sorry to disturb you.
Oh, he gave me
Okay.
a look. He gave me a side eye.
Why are you messing with me, Mom?
Mom, I'm tired.
All right, so if people want to connect with either of you, is that okay, first of all? And if that's okay, then would you tell them how to do that?
Instagram, it's Kerryne Henich _, IFBB Pro.
Same for me. Instagram.
Is Kerryne Henich for you too?
It's
Yes.
They're one
I know
person.
you guys were connected, but wow,
We are
sharing
so
an
now
Instagram.
getting
Joint account.
Joint account. Miss Olympias. Here we go.
That was actually fun.
Instagram at JessFitVet, JessFitVet. Email is jessfitvet@gmail.com.
There you go.
And Kerryne at FitBody Fusion. It's my email.
There you go.
FitBodyFusion.com.
And if you want coaching from Kerryne, you can go to fitbodyfusion.com.
Yeah.
And you're coaching
Posing and gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start
Mentoring.
it. We're gonna start it up. Yep.
Okay.
Love it.
All right.
I
We're gonna
love
start it up. Just
All
need
right.
to learn some apps.
Those damn apps.
Okay.
But yeah, we're
Lot
starting
of
it back
apps.
up.
That's awesome.
All right.
Good.
All right. That's
Yeah.
a fantastic announcement. All right. So for everybody else, remember to like, comment, subscribe. And really, I'd ask that you share this episode, because I think some of the stuff is just stuff that needs to be shared. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, tell your coworkers, tell the people in the subway, tell or on the
subway.
bus, wherever, at the mall. And remember the 3 B's.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other and be
safe.
safe. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.